Hey guys, so Nintendo just dropped a trailer about Kirby Star-Crossed Worlds and it looks super good. So I just wanted to talk about a little bit of the stuff that we saw in that trailer. So yeah, the trailer constantly kept saying that the base game and the upgrade would run at 4K 60 frames per second. I think the main reason why they kept doing that was because Jamboree got a lot of attention for the fact the base game wasn't upgraded, but Jamboree TV ran at 4K 60 frames. So yeah, that's kind of interesting. But now to start actually talking about what the game adds. As most people probably already know, the upgrade adds a new story to the game. And the game starts with a bunch of crystals and hearts falling from the sky, which I think a lot of people are very happy about because that relates to Kirby Star Allies. Because towards the end of Star Allies, we learned that the Jamba Heart was used to pretty much resurrect the final boss of the game. And it might possibly hint at characters returning, so that sounds pretty cool. Then they ended up explaining a little bit more about the starry stages. I mean, most people already knew, but they're kind of like remixed versions of the stages where you're able to go into areas that you weren't able to go in before, but in a fun, new, cool way. From all the trailers that we've gotten, I feel like there's at least, from what I've seen, there's at least 2 in each world, it seems like, so I think it's pretty safe to assume there's at least 12 new levels. Plus, I'm wondering if there's going to be a few more mouthful challenges or possibly more copy ability challenges. I don't know if there's going to be any more copy abilities, but I think there is going to be some, so hopefully. So far throughout the trailers that they've shown off so far, there seems to really be only one new enemy. But yeah, they did not tell us the name of the enemy. But also, I'm wondering if they're going to actually add new boss fights, because I don't really know if they would want to keep reusing the bosses in Kirby and Forgotten Land. I mean, I like the bosses, but the problem is they kind of already used them in a later portion of the game too. Like they kind of reused them twice. So to reuse them a third time, but just now with crystals, it's kind of weird. So hopefully there's actually new boss fights. The next thing that they talked about was the mouthful modes and a few more new ones. So we already knew about Spring Kirby, but the new ones, they added Gear Kirby and they added Sign Kirby. To be completely honest, I actually love both of them. I actually think they look really, really cool. But Gear Kirby just looks so odd to me. Like, I get that he's used to climb up like higher places, but it also feels slow in some ways, but at the same time, he just looks so weird. Also, while I'm talking about the trailer, the music in this trailer was so good. I don't know where they're going to use some of this music in the game, but I am so excited. Honestly, on the first day, I might just start putting some of the songs on my playlist. Then they added a few extra stuff that honestly I was not even thinking about, but I'm glad that they did. They added more gacha machine stuff. I'm not gonna lie, my first reaction to that, I was like, no, they added more? But to be fair, they weren't that bad to get in Forgotten Land, so honestly, I'm not mad about that. The thing I'm more shocked about is that they made the Ultimate Cup Z EX. And if you played Forgotten Land and you played Ultimate Cup Z, that's already really difficult. So now they said that they're making it even harder. The Ultimate Cup Z made me already use all the upgrades from the shop, and I barely passed that. So I'm kind of worried about the new one. And yeah, that was pretty much the Kirby trailer. The only thing that they did show off at the end, but obviously didn't talk about, they had this kind of crystal platform with Kirby going towards the sky. That's a pretty obvious sign that's probably the final boss area. Besides that, yep, that's the whole Kirby trailer. Are you guys gonna pick up the Switch 2 specifically for that? I actually think it's not a bad reason to get one. That and Donkey Kong Bonanza. Those are the only 2 real good reasons. But yeah, I hope you guys liked this video, and please like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.